streaming.
I disagree.
Well, I'm just telling you that from my side, the stream is up. The gig is up. It's.
I'm smashing refresh and nothing is happening.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh!
See? I told you, it's up.
Let's check the old audio here.
I should shuffle my deck because you've already shuffled yours.
Like 30 times.
Who's playing aggressive today?
Alright, let's go to chat only here. Alright. We are live.
We are.
New Marvel Champions action.
Champions? Yeah. Well, we're early on the live, so
I
we're
like
not going to
how
start quite
Clint
yet.
Barton is just a dude in like a charger.
Yeah, man. He's like straight up, I got my CUDA, and I am a badass, and I don't give a beep about it, Like, I think it's sweet. Like, he's got a cool...
I'm pretty sure that this is just a picture of Jessica Jones that they like co-opted, like with the leather jacket and the dark hair.
I like it, man. I think it's cool. Like, we both have got these, like, we both got vehicles we're riding on.
I don't know anything about Spider-Woman.
Me neither.
As a character.
I have to admit that I don't know much about Spider-Woman, other than I remember back in the Versus days, Spider-Woman had a pretty sweet Versus card. But I from a lore perspective or any of those sorts of things, I didn't pay much attention to her. She's just not someone that I have spent a lot of time in comics. But I mean, as I understand her as a comic book character, just fundamentally, she's pretty badass. So
yeah, she's like seems cool. I don't know.
So,
a lot of the I don't know how far along Jessica Drew is in the line of Spider-Man characters,
right?
But early Spider-Man stuff is really convoluted. So I don't know where she sits in that line. But I love the look. I love the costume.
Me too.
And the power is very unique in the game.
Okay, so we're getting close to start. We're about 5 minutes away, so I think we can just start talking about what we're doing today. Obviously, brand new campaign, The Rise of Red Skull, has come out, and it is a 5 scenario campaign. That
it was a big old box. It's the first big box set.
First
since
big
the
box
original.
expansion. Yep. Next one will be the Guardians of the Galaxy one, which I'm also excited to get a chance to play because Rocket is my favorite character. So once Rocket's out, sorry, y'all may never see me ever play another hero in this game after that. So
I only want to play Star-Lord if his alter ego is Chris Pratt.
like you just have a voiceover of Chris Pratt playing all the time.
I just want it I don't want it to be Peter Quill on this side. I want to say Chris Pratt at the top. I have a big old man crush on Chris Pratt.
Fair enough, man. Whatever. Okay. So we decided to construct. We didn't decide to play the pre-cons.
Right.
I think we're going to play it on normal so we can get a feel for how the campaign works.
Right. I have looked at none of the
I didn't.
Campaign cards.
I don't even know what happens in the setup. All I know from the setup perspective is what the book told me to do.
Right.
So if I miss something in the setup, blame the book because I only follow the book's instructions.
I'm gonna blame you, but
I'm just saying. But when I looked at Hawkeye's kit, he had a lot of attacks, he had a lot of control, he had a lot of different things sort of going on. That made me think, well, clearly aggression is probably one of the best suited aspects for him. And we were talking about what you were going to play with Spider-Woman, and she's a lot more tricky to pick.
I think that she does anything you want her to do because her actual powers on her card are very universal.
Sure.
She's not slanted towards one or the other. I think her pre-con was aggression protection because unlike every other character in the game, on her alter ego side, it says you can choose 2 aspects instead of 1, but you have to have an equal number of cards on both.
Right.
And actually, in her pile of 15, 8 of her cards have aspects.
Right.
Which is interesting.
So my takeaway from this is we're not going to do the deck text we would normally do on stream today because I want to get started in the campaign, see if maybe we can make it through even 2 potential scenarios if we have time. But the other side of this is we don't know what's good or bad, but I'm just going to go off really quick here and say, did you just play no aspects to beater deck building rules?
Well, you can play one aspect and still play normal, right? Or, one of the versions of the deck I had just had a Hall of Heroes and a Black Widow in it.
That's so
There's
funny.
one of each.
Yeah.
Because you know how I feel about basics.
Right.
But in this version, I have a number of, I think I have 8 Justice, 8 Protection.
Okay.
Because if you're playing all basics, you really lose out on anything that she does. Because her alter ego side has the text about using 2 types.
Right.
And then she has action look at the top of any deck, limit once per round. So that's almost nothing. It's not actually nothing, but it's almost nothing.
Right.
It's also stupid that it's once per round. Why does it even matter if I just look at all of them?
Yeah.
But on her hero side, she gets +1/+1/+1 until the end of the round whenever you play an aspect once per aspect. So potentially +4/+4/+4 if you manage to hit all the aspects.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think she's cool. I think she could be really powerful.
And you could essentially do that with, like I said, any aspect.
Right.
Or all basics even, because she has 2 copies of each aspect in her pile to start. So as far as she goes, her text alone is actually not that powerful. She has a bunch of untaps. She has 3 copies of 1 resource on tapper.
Mm-hmm.
So you can really take advantage of the big power buff she can get. But her actual, just this card is okay, not great.
Yeah.
But you get the coolness of playing 2.
So Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, he's pretty cool. Everything on him, his kit revolves around his bow, which is very thematic and appropriate. His setup is a little interesting. It's not really setup. It's the ability to spend 1 resource of any type to search your deck and discard pile for Hawkeye's bow, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay.
Right. It's similar to the Thor one.
Similar to the Thor Captain. I think Thor and Captain's fetch is a little stronger than this.
Well,
but certainly the rest of their kit is less thematic.
Does this also get out of the discard pile? Yep. So it's just like Thor's, except it costs a resource, which is obviously worse.
Right.
And Cap's is a little different because you start with it, but like those 2 guys, and maybe even more so, Hawkeye's thing is very dependent upon having the bow in play.
Right, absolutely. So then once you have Hawkeye, he has an ability called Quick Draw. It's an action, exhaust Hawkeye, which you just tap Hawkeye for that, and then ready Hawkeye's bow. And the reason that's important is because Hawkeye's bow has to exhaust to do any of the bow attacks.
Right.
So
essentially 10 of his hero cards require you to tap the bow to play.
Right. So to me, when I was looking at the kit of 15 and 8 of them are attacks, I just felt okay, well, clearly you want a Yarnborn, Hall of Heroes, they just seem like the 2 best cards to play with him.
Martial Prowess.
Yeah, and Martial Prowess. They seem like the 2 best cards to sort of play in this list to push out excessive resources and do a lot of damage. And I think that will only help. Obviously, in normal, I think Hawkeye's going to crush just about any hero or villain in normal. I don't think the challenge will be very hard. But it'll be curious to see how the deck plays, and I hope it doesn't happen so fast that we don't get a clear picture of how the villains operate for moving on to higher difficulties, but it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to play the campaign on Expert or on Heroic at some point. But to start here, I'm excited to just go into it blind.
Me too.
And I think going into Expert blind would be a bad idea.
I have been very, very specific in that, there's been a lot of spoilers running around in the community over the last couple of weeks, and I have just kept my nose out of them.
Yeah.
And
so if you're worried about spoilers like we are, don't watch our stream until later. Yeah. Come back and watch the VOD.
This will be on YouTube, so if you want to watch us play this campaign later, then it will be on YouTube for you to watch. But definitely, if you are concerned about spoilers, turn back now. And that's final warning. So, all right, so let's move forward.
All right,
let's do our setup because we got to read the setup. So we've created the experimental weapons deck and set it next to the main scheme book, which is also referenced in page 5 of the rule book, which is what I use to set up. So we're good. 1B says, Crossbones is leading an army of Hydra soldiers in a direct assault on the Project Pegasus facility in the Adirondack Mountains. I don't know what that is. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. Okay, so top card, it says attached to the villain. This is a Power Gauntlets. It has a +0 attack with a star. And the star is, after the attached villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from your hand. Okay, so it's not going to give any additional power to Crossbones, who's got...
That's pretty brutal, man.
It is pretty brutal, but no additional HP damage. It has spend a mental and a physical resource to discard this card. So Crossbones has got a Power Gauntlets. I'm just going to put the second one like this, and off camera for now, that way, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of this sort of thing going on.
And Crossbones has an ability where when he attacks, it gets piercing if he has a weapon.
Right. So this particular scheme will break on us at 6, which isn't very high. It's also just the first stage. There's multiple stages here. And then Crossbones' ability is 1 scheme, 1 attack with a star. Well, Crossbones has a weapon, which is this. His attacks gain piercing, so we can't use tough to stop his attacks. So piercing is a new keyword in the game. It just basically says if your hero or ally has a tough card and you would get attacked with piercing, discard the tough card and suffer the damage. Yeah. So perfect counter to tough. It does change a lot of things, but so Crossbones 1 doesn't seem terrible. Got 24 health to chew through.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of health. He doesn't have a lot of attack. The discard a card thing is kind of crappy.
Yep, that's going to be a challenge for sure. Okay, so let's get this party started.
All right, me. Which hand is it in? It's in the right hand. I get to go first.
Yeah. All right.
I'm tired of this.
Neil is no longer messing around, ladies and gentlemen.
This hand is bad.
Okay.
I'm going to mulligan 4 cards. All right.
I'm not mulliganing.
I'm going to look at the top of the encounter deck with my Jessica Drew power.
Okay.
It has 1 boost icon. Okay. I'm going to flip.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Finesse, which is her. It makes a wild resource for an aspect card.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'm going to spend 3 and make a Black Widow.
Seems like a heck of a good start.
And I'm going to trigger I'm going to use a dice here to represent her actual stat, not the number of triggers.
Mm-hmm.
So she has gotten +1 from me playing the Black Widow.
Okay, so not a 2, but a 1.
Right, this is her actual stat.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's why I made the distinction.
I'm following you. Okay, got it.
It will always be a 1 until I play cards, and I will increase it.
Got it.
And I guess I'm going to attack Crossbones for 2.
22.
And I'm going to attack. Man, does attack for 1 even matter? I'm not going to do anything with the Black Widow. I'll just leave her.
Leave her? Okay. Yep. Sounds good. So I kind of got a funky hand. So I'm assuming Power of Aggression, since it's a wild, I can play it for double fist. Does that make sense?
I think that's how it works.
Okay.
I will double check.
I'm fairly certain
how the wild
true.
Resource works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can declare it as a physical resource.
When a player generates a wild resource, they must specify which resource type.
Okay, so it's generating a physical resource for me. I'm gonna spend my 3rd get rid of the electric arrow. Or not the electric arrow. Do I want to get rid of the electric arrow? Let me think through this.
I know. Don't you want to scoop the bow first?
Well, I want to play the bow, but
Oh, you have the bow in hand?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, I got to flip anyways before I do all this. Sorry. Because I have bow in opening hand, I have no need to use the action for it. Question is, okay, so 2, spend 1, play that, okay. And then play that. Yeah, I can't do all of that anyway. So, I think I'm gonna forego doing that. I'm gonna play the Hawkeye's bow. So hero gets +1 attack, and each arrow attack gains range, which just says it ignores retaliate. Not that we have retaliate up right now.
Though Crossbones seems like the kind of villain that might receive retaliate somehow.
I agree. So I'm gonna drop the drop kick. Ha! See what I did there? Play an expert marksman. I will exhaust expert marksman to generate a wild resource, which will be just, I guess we'll call it physical. We'll do 3 damage to him with an explosive arrow, which exhausts the bow. So he goes from 22 to 19. And then I will can't get out everything here. So I'm going to back up here. I'm not going to do that version. I'm going to just expend by 1, reduce by 1, spend 1, and do an electric arrow instead. I'll hold the explosive arrow. Do an electric arrow instead. And it says stun an enemy, so we'll stun him. Tink. And then deal 3 damage to it. So we still leave him at 3 damage. This is a more impactful.
Yeah, you get to stun him.
Right.
The explosive arrow is for shooting down groups.
Right. Seems really solid when you've got Voltron drones in front of you. And then, since I can't do another Hawkeye attack that way, I'll just hit him for another 3 with Hawkeye himself.
Okay, going to 16.
All right. Stand.
Oh, that's not the deck I draw from. This one.
Okay. Okay. So we start villain phase with a scheme for 2.
Well, he just has like regular, not a scheme.
Just the regular scheme on
yep.
the main threat. Yeah, main threat ad.
Okay.
Then he would attack me, but he's stunned.
Well, he's going to attack me first.
Okay, so the stun comes off. Now he attacks me for 1.
I'm gonna block for you because I have a thing to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna desperate defense and block.
Okay.
So I have 4 defense.
And he's attacking for 2.
Yep. And the desperate defense ready, so block.
So now encounter cards. Go ahead.
Jet Trooper. What is Quick Strike? I don't remember what this does.
It attacks when it comes into play.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Let me double check. It's a new keyword as well. Yeah, it's attacks when it comes into play. It's not a new keyword, I don't think. I just don't think we've seen a lot of it in past.
I think it is a new keyword, but
it's not in the rulebook as a new keyword. That's the learn to play. I grabbed the wrong reference guide. It would help if I grabbed the right reference guide. Quick Strike, page 10. After this enemy engages a player, it immediately attacks the player if they are in hero form. So, gonna get attacked for 2 immediately.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'll take 2.
All right. I get a Hydra Soldier with guard. When defeated, deal this player an encounter card.
I feel like I should use my Black Widow. No, all right, that's fine.
Okay. I can adequately.
He doesn't.
Deal with
He
him.
doesn't seem like really that bad.
No. No, he does not.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started here.
All right. So new turn. She's back to 1 on everything.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna discard an Explosive Arrow and an Endurance to play an Enhanced Physique. I need card draw. Like, unfortunately, I didn't get like anything super solid in there. Let's use the Expert Marksman to do an Explosive Arrow, do 3 to the Soldier and 3 to Crossbones. So it goes to 13.
Okay.
I'm assuming because this is not an attack, this is a hero action, I can still do that. Even though I have a guard's soldier up.
It doesn't say attack on it?
No, it just says hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, and choose a player. Deal 3 damage to the villain, and each minion engage with that player.
Oh, well, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure that works fine.
So now, I guess I just got to kill the soldier with Hawkeye because he's on guard.
Okay.
And then this would be exhausted from the Explosive Arrow, so go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna...
If you're just joining in, be sure to say hello in chat. We're taking on the Rise of Red Skulls. We're in Scenario 1 right now.
I'm gonna Venom Blast the Crossbones for 5.
Trying to get that glare off my card. Sorry about that, everybody.
And that will trigger her once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack Crossbones for 2.
Okay. Goes from 8 to 6, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just hit her for 7. She was at 13.
We're gonna make short work of Crossbones here.
Well, maybe. You know, this is an awkward turn for me, but I guess I'm done.
Okay. All right. So we stand. Okay, so villain gets 2. And then starting with me, he attacks. I'll just take it. So it's 1, 3, and I lose a card. Guess I'm going to lose an Enhanced Physique. So I go to 6.
I guess I should have thwarted with Black Widow that turn. That was kind of bad. I can do it next turn, though. So he's going to attack me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to block.
Okay. So attacks for 1, attacks for 4.
Ugh. All right. Take 2.
Okay. Crossbones armor seems pretty good for boosting him.
And then I'm going to discard a card.
Okay. Then I get an engagement card. You get an engagement card. Oh, I'm supposed to have an extra engagement card from defeating the guard.
Yeah.
My last turn.
You should have an additional one.
Yeah. Okay. So Cutoff Guard. When revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, gain Surge. Well, we'll just lose the bow.
Yeah.
Because I can get it back. And then 2, Raid the Armory, Treachery. Insight 1, when this card is revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme, so this goes to 5.
Oh, hang on, read the rest of it, because maybe I'll counter it.
When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a weapon attachment is discarded, reveal that card.
On the top of the encounter deck? Yeah, I don't think we care about that.
Okay. So this goes up to 5, nearly broken, but not quite. Let's hope you don't get an Insight.
Well, I can, like...
Hydra Soldier... Treachery, Obligation, Weapon. Attach to the villain. Villain's attacks gain piercing. You can spend a mental and a physical to discard this card.
Okay.
So he's got Power Gauntlets and a Combat Knife.
Well, the Combat Knife, does it give him an extra attack? Okay, so it's just +1 attack, because he already has piercing.
Right.
When he has a weapon, and double piercing doesn't do anything.
Right.
And I have a Hydra Guard.
Okay. Hydra Bomber.
Hydra Bomber, yeah.
Okay.
I will take 2 damage because I don't want the scheme to break.
Okay. All right. So you get first player token?
Yep.
Get us started.
All right. Oh, and this should have attacked too.
Yep.
I'm like dead.
Well, I think we're both going to have to go back to altar here. Which is probably not great for preventing this first scheme from breaking.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what else you can do.
That discard was so bad for me. Holy hell.
Yeah. It wasn't great for me either.
So you're back to 1. Let's play Nick.
Okay. Mode of.
I can't. Yeah. So this is a double resource too. Mode of. Four to this.
Okay.
Attack Bomber.
Okay.
Thwart with the Widow.
For 2.
Yep.
This goes to 3.
And then I'm at 3. He schemes for 1. So we can't both go to.
I still have 6, so you should go back and.
Okay. I mean, I can't recover because I'm tapped, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, that discard was so bad. I was gonna get to play Nick and Captain Marvel. If I didn't have to discard.
Well, let's get rid of it, maybe.
I guess maybe I shouldn't flip. Because I have the Nick to block with.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna stay in hero mode.
Okay.
I think you should too, just so we don't break the scheme.
Well, I mean, I can't do it. All I could do is just a regular attack this turn, because I don't have the bow, and in order to get the bow, I have to go back to the other side.
Yeah, you have to go back to get bow.
Right.
Ugh.
So, like, I don't really have much of a choice here from a perspective of what I'm going to do, but, and my hand is a little awkward, so. Like, I think the best thing for me to do is exhaust and physique. I'm not happy about pitching the Hall of Heroes or the Avengers Mansion, but I get a Quinn Carrier out of the deal, which is okay, I guess. Flip. I can attack or thwart. You want me to thwart? I only thwart for 1.
I think you should play Mansion and not Carrier. And you can draw a card and use the card you draw to get the bow back.
Sure. I still had a card in hand from that, so just, I mean, it didn't make any difference, I guess, but
Well, except that you have a mansion in play now instead of a Quinn carrier.
Sure. Draw a card.
And then you should just attack him, I guess. Your thwart for 1 is not very meaningful.
So attack for 2.
Right, because you don't have the bow.
Right, and then this is spend 1 resource of any type. So I'll spend the strength to get the bow back.
Because you can't use your...
Put the bow in play.
Whatever thing.
No, because
it's only for arrows.
Arrow events, yeah. So that's that. So I guess I get the bonus of a 6-card hand size this turn. Yeah. So. Okay.
All right. So he's going to attack me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to block with the Nick.
Okay.
He attacks for 1.
Okay.
No, for 2, I guess, because he has the thing, so that'll kill the Nick.
Okay. Yes. Did we put 2 on this yet?
No, you got to put 2 on there.
So it's going to break then. Unless you cancel. Well, even so, it's still going to break.
Oh.
Because he's going to scheme.
Okay, so I guess I should have flipped, but that's fine.
Scheme for 1, 2. So it breaks. So we go to 2A. 2A says, the Infinity Stone, main scheme. Inside the Project Pegasus facility, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents fight desperately to prevent Hydra from obtaining the Reality Stone stored within. Infinity Stone, when the top card, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. So it's an exosuit. Attached to the villain, you got to spend 1 of each resource type, not a wild, so just energy, mental, and physical to discard this card. +1 scheme, +1 attack. So he's getting bigger. He's getting suited up, isn't he?
Yeah, and that has 2 on it to start, huh?
2.
The new scheme has 2 threat on it.
2 threat to start, correct.
Yep.
And it breaks at 12. Okay. So now, engagement cards. You start us up.
Well, I'm going to Black Widow this, probably.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's the same exact thing.
Okay, so what happens?
This is...
Crossbones Assault. Crossbones is a heartless killer, but he's not a psychopath. His assault on Pegasus is ruthless and efficient. It has 4 threat on it. It gives an acceleration of threat each turn, and then Crossbones activates against the player who defeated this scheme. So
he'll attack or scheme against whoever
kills
breaks it.
Yep, exactly. All right, so for me, I have a Madam Hydra.
Cool.
After Madam Hydra schemes or attacks, place 2 threat on the Legions of Hydra side screen. Madam Hydra cannot take damage while the Legions of Hydra side schemes in play. So we don't get the Legions of Hydra right now. That's a semi-blessing, I guess, in disguise.
Man, playing these fair cards is not fun. I wish I was playing Strange or Captain Marvel and doing unfair things.
All right, so pass the player token now? Yep, all right.
Oh, she's not, because I used her.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust the mansion, of course, to draw a card. Hey, finally. All right, I'm going to... How do I want to do this? Okay, so it's definitely going to be that. Okay, so let's spend the for a Yarnborn. So that's my 2 restricted cards. I'm now a Hawkeye wielding a Yarnborn, which is pretty rad.
How do you shoot arrows while holding an axe?
I don't know, but we're not going to ask questions like that.
Oh, okay.
No, we don't ask Don't ask, don't tell, man. It's just how it works. Okay. Let's flip here. Okay. Let's exhaust the expert marksman and spend a relentless assault to do a vibranium arrow to deal 6 damage to Madam Hydra. Bye, Madam Hydra.
Are you Georgian these? I'm trying to.
I'm not trying to.
I literally face them towards you so it's easier.
So I need to spend an enhanced physique response on this to do 2 damage to Crossbones.
You got 2 left.
Yeah. I think we're just going to break him. So hit him for 3.
Okay.
Does he lose all of his skill, his suit stuff?
I doubt it.
Anybody know? When a hero dies?
When a villain dies?
When a villain dies? Villain stage. Is that what it would be? Villain defeat, page 18. Yeah, attachment status cards, counters, and non-damage tokens on a villain carry over to the new stage. Yeah. I was going to say, that would be like really good if we just took all that out. Oh my goodness.
And damage counters?
Damage counters?
Isn't that what you just said?
No, non-damage counters.
Oh.
So he goes up to 28 health.
Okay. Whoa, I'm throwing stuff around over here. Don't mind me. 28. Does he have a new ability?
Besides the fact that it just gets...
Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Crossbones machine gun and attach it to Crossbones.
Okay. Not in there?
No. I bet this does something bad to us.
I'm sure it's not good.
Attached to Crossbone uses 2 ammo counters. Oh, 2 per player ammo counters. When Crossbones attack, you remove an ammo counter card, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on that card.
So he's just gonna like Gatling machine gun us down. And there's no way to get rid of that?
No. I mean, eventually it runs out of ammo. It uses those counters every time he does it. When it doesn't have any, you can't do it anymore.
So he gets 2 attacks with it, essentially.
What? He gets 4 attacks with it.
It says attached to Crossbones. Oh, I see. I got you. Gotcha.
2 per player.
2 per player. Yeah. That's the number of counters to actually put on it. This does not seem so good, Neil.
Well, you got cards to discard to remove some of those?
Yeah, but I'm trying to decide which one's worse, Power Gauntlets or Combat Knife.
Combat Knife does actual nothing. Can you get rid of this one?
No. I'm lacking the energy resource to do it.
Oh, I guess Combat Knife gives them a +1 attack. I don't know. I guess Combat Knife? I'm not sure.
That's fine. Combat Knife it is.
Did they go to the actual discard pile, or did they go to the...
Nope, they go to the discard pile.
Okay. Even though they're out of the experimental weapons?
Yep, I did read that part in the rules.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. I will use my hero resource to play... Man, this is really like... play Inconspicuous, which is remove 3 threat, 2 from the main scheme and 1 from the side.
Okay.
Let's flip her.
Okay.
And recover, which I hate doing. But I'm gonna die. I'm going to play an apartment, which is an alter ego action. Look at top 5.
Okay.
And get a aspect card. Which I guess will be this. Pheromones. What does it do with the rest? Oh, shuffle your deck.
Kind of cool ability.
It's okay.
It's cool. I mean, it's not like great, but
right. It's like all the alter ego action permanents. They like just like draw a card in a strange fashion.
Right.
I don't like things that make you shuffle. Like this game takes long enough already. And then I'll play a espionage.
Okay.
One cool thing about her that I do like is that she has spy on both sides, so she can play this card.
Yep.
In all modes.
So we're standing.
Yep.
So I think I have to defend his attack here because I only have 6 life and he's attacking for 3, so it's very likely that he'll hit for 6.
Well,
plus then the indirect damage from the machine gun.
Right.
We got to put 2 on the main scheme first.
Before I end my turn, I'm going to use the Jessica Drew ability. So you're in hero form. How does this work?
When he attacks, removes a status counter.
So this is going to be his boost card for his attack, and then the next one will be
the boost for the machine gun.
So the first one is he's going to attack you again. Like this is probably going to kill you.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to stop it.
Well, you can tank the attack with Black Widow.
I guess. Because when does this trigger? When Crossbones attacks you. So this is still going to shoot you, even if I block. Okay. And then he's going to attack you again and shoot you again. Because of this boost. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to draw my hand. Because
I'm going to kill that and get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I did not draw foiled, so...
Okay.
All right.
So he's attacking me. Are you going to block it?
So he attacks you. I have to block it because it'll probably kill you, I think. Or maybe I should block the second one.
I'm going to defend. I have no choice. It'll reduce it down to a 2 attack plus boost icon.
Well, so he's not going to... It's going to be 2 attack. It's going to be 3 attack because he has this thing. See?
Right. Plus whatever then flips on this.
Right, but that we can't block anyway.
Right.
So what I'm saying is I'm not going to block the first one.
But I should still defend it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we flip for 3.
So this boost is a star, so it doesn't add anything to it. Same. But if you're in hero form, the villain attacks you after this activation. Don't deal things.
Okay, so I take 4. Now we.
Why'd you take 4?
I took 2.
Okay.
I go to 4.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then this happens, and he shoots you for 2.
I'm going to get rid of the sonic arrow. I take 2, go to 2.
And then he's going to attack you again, and I'll block with the Widow.
Okay. So he attacks for 3. This is a boost. If this card resolves during an undefended attack, discard a support you control. So it's not
defended.
Yep. So you just take 3. She dies.
Yep. And then he guns you down for 0.
Okay. So 2 activations gone. We lucked out.
And then, did you put? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Okay. So now he attacks.
No, he's going to scheme against me.
Schemes for 2, 3 plus this when revealed. So this is just blank, so it's just 3. So he goes to 5 on this.
Yep. And then you get an encounter card.
Yep.
I get an encounter card.
My encounter card is Legions of Hydra. When revealed, if Madam Hydra is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Madam Hydra and put her in play. Engage with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra enemy in play. So there's 1 Hydra enemy in play. So we're going to have 5 on the Legion of Hydra. She suffers no damage as long as Legion of Hydra is in play.
Yep.
Okay. hooray for all that.
Discard game. So, Alter Ego, the villain schemes. If they have a weapon attachment, this gains Surge. So he's going to scheme and put 3 on here. Oh, wait, maybe more. He's going to put 5 on there.
Okay, goes to 10.
And then it has Surge. So I'm going to use my Espionage.
Okay. Cancel the Surge and draw a card.
It doesn't cancel the Surge, it's just draw 2 cards.
Okay.
The villain schemes. For if this card resolves during an undefended attack. Okay, so this is not just for however much. 3.
So 3, so he breaks.
Sweet.
All right.
We're just getting dunked on.
I think so, man. It feels that way. The getaway. Hydra has seized the Infinity Stone and Crossbones ordered their withdrawal. You must stop them before they escape. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game. It starts with 2 scheme on it. It has +1 per player. Actually, we would have broke anyways. So he gets a laser rifle. Attach the villain. When attached villain attacks, the attack gains ranged. Has energy and melee resources. Discard this card. So he's now attacking for 4. We are running out of time very quickly.
I think I'm gonna have a big turn this turn.
But I can't. I'm in trouble against Madam Hydra here.
All right, so now it is my turn.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna look at the top of this deck before I flip.
Okay.
It has 2 boost icons.
So if he attacks, it's 6.
I'm gonna use the Jessica Drew's apartment.
Okay.
I will get pheromones.
Okay.
Flip her.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend this and this and this to play a mansion and use the mansion.
Okay.
Trigger her once. No, sorry, don't. This is a basic, not
an aspect card.
Yeah. Play. I don't think I'm quite going to get there to where I can kill Madam Hydra.
Well, it's all going to depend on how lucky I get on a draw. If I can draw another Vibranium Arrow.
I'm going to play a Helicarrier.
I'm guessing I only have 1 Vibranium Arrow in my kit, though. I don't know his kit well enough yet.
And my Helicarrier I will pay for with these 3.
Okay.
So she should be...
That's also a basic.
Yep. Then spend these.
Mm-hmm.
Play a Beat Cop, which will trigger her once.
Okay.
Let's remove 1 from Legions, I guess, because I don't know how else we're going to win.
Yeah.
And then I'll thwart from Legions for 2.
Okay. Goes down to 2.
And I'm done.
Okay.
My turn wasn't nearly as good as I wanted it to be.
Well, let's start by drawing a card. Not great.
I hope he kills us soon so I can build a new deck and we can try again.
I'm in a lot of trouble. Spend 2, play Enhanced Physique. Spend 1, spend 2. Spend 3 for a helicarrier. My God, that's all. I just
you have to flip, right, or you're gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, but if I flip, Madam Hydra's gonna scheme for 2. He's gonna scheme for 3, 5, plus the 3 that goes on it is 8. He breaks if I flip. Like, I don't think we win.
Well, I guess we'll see if you die or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else.
I can block 1, I guess, but.
Okay. All right. So he gets 3 on it. And then starting with you, he schemes, right?
He's going to attack. I'm in hero.
Oh, you're in hero? Okay, so...
What is his current power? 4?
4. No, it's 3. No, it is 4 because of the laser rifle, sorry. Plus then the crossbones machine gun going to trigger.
Right. I guess I have to block.
Okay.
All right.
4, 5.
Okay, so take 3.
Yep.
Go into 3, and then let's see what he guns me down for.
For 0.
Well, that's good. Nice shooting.
All right, so
Scrub.
Then he's attacking me. I have to defend. It's going to be 4, 6. I die. I died.
All right. And I get an encounter card.
Yep.
Attach the villain.
Sure.
How does he have so many guns? Oh, good. I guess place 3 threat on the main scheme.
Okay. So this goes from 5 to 8.
Does this let me? You may flip to alter ego mode. Yeah,
I guess she goes over here because of that.
All right, and then it is my turn.
Yes.
Good for me. Oh, I should add another card too.
Yep.
Okay, random man, whatever. Yep, we're dead.
Okay. Let's try that again.
All right, well, I'm going to build another deck real quick because that seemed very, like this actually seems very difficult, this one. And so instead of doing boring Jessica Drew things, I'm going to play Captain Marvel or somebody.
Okay.
Though I do like the Jessica Drew cards.
Well, I think we should try to beat this with the heroes that they gave us. I mean, this is just normal, right? Like we should be able to beat it with this group, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, probably.
I think we just got some bad luck in terms of like all of this, but I do wonder if Hawkeye would be better off with not an aggression aspect.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna play leadership this time because these cards seem bad.
Yeah. All right. That was neat.
He got a lot of guns, man.
He got suited up really fast. Like I was like, oh, we're like chewing through stage 1 pretty quickly. Like felt pretty good about it, but like that Crossbones machine gun was just. I mean, that's pretty.
That wasn't
brutal.
even like the worst one, man.
No,
that turn he made me discard, and my turn went from like Nick Fury do nothing.
Well, I think of the four. I think of the four. Like, so this one is in the villain games retaliate. That's not that big of a deal to me. The Power Gauntlet seems like it's the worst to take on. Where's the combat dagger? That's the one I was looking for.
What'd you do with it?
I don't know. Maybe the combat dagger isn't.
It's just +1 attack because he literally already has the text that's on the combat dagger on him.
Right. Yeah. See, the combat knife wasn't even supposed to be in this pile, so maybe that's part of the issue.
What do you mean?
So the experimental weapons cards, there's 4 of them. Those 4 things are all he's going to start the game with. So, and he's only going to get 3 of them. So, like, maybe we're just supposed to be more aggressive in terms of like removal of his upgrades. Like, because he's not really doing that much otherwise. Like, especially in mode 1, like where he's just 1 attack. Like, he's not like it's not that scary. He's certainly a lot more scary. You're staying with Jessica, right?
Yeah, I'll play Jessica Drew again.
Cool. I just want to go have another go because I think I probably should have mulliganed hard for an Avengers Mansion, and I didn't. I just like kept my opening hand because it had the bow in it, and I thought that was a good start.
I think you should ignore the bow and just spend your you're not like losing anything to get the bow. You're just replacing a card in your hand with a bow.
Right. Also, Hall of Heroes seems a little less good in this encounter because there's not as many minions.
There were a reasonable number of minions.
There were a reasonable amount, though. I will give you that. Hawkeye's just... I probably definitely also made the mistake of not playing Endurance when it came up. I should have just spent a resource to play Endurance. And all of my like allies were on the bottom of the pile, so that also is really bad for me. Like, because I didn't get like extra dudes to help protect me. So, we'll try this again. We will try it again.
Whoops.
But I will say that for a normal scenario encounter,
it was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Like, yeah. I like built a deck just to mess around. Right. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that.
not apparently with Crossbones, anyways.
Which is good. Like, I mean, I still think that even though we lost like the last time we tried it, I think that the Wreckers is pretty easy. That was the most recent one before this, right?
Yeah, the Wreckers. We just had the wrong builds. I mean, Thor is just not any good against Wreckers at all because there's no minions to force engagement with Thor. So, like, how do you know like Thor doesn't get any value in comparison. So, oh man.
Oh, I can't play Hawkeye.
Nope, I have a Hawkeye.
Yeah. Not allowed.
Sorry.
That's okay.
My Hawkeye may not be as good as your Hawkeye.
That's true. I think that's probably actually true, which is kind of sad. But yeah, your Hawkeye is cooler than my Hawkeye, I suppose.
He is cool. I just don't know if he's. I don't know if he's all that good. Like, I can't decide. Like, he feels a little slow and grindy. Although his quiver seems interesting to me. And I didn't get quiver out. It came late in the last game, so we'll see. I was gonna check.
What does the quiver do?
Hold on. So I have 2 vibranium arrows. Cool. Like, I was also wondering how many vibranium arrows I had because some of his arrows are 2 and some are 3. So his quiver is you may play an arrow event attached to this card as if it were in your hand. Hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's quiver. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event. Attach it face up to this card.
Oh, so it just like slowly draws you arrows?
Right.
Is it a hero action?
This is a hero action. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Yeah. Because it allows you then to stockpile your arrows until you can afford to pay for them. Or when they're more relevant, right? Like, but 2 vibranium arrows are in the pile. That's good to know. The stun arrows are probably still pretty good. We just didn't do a lot of like control of the villain. And obviously being pure aggression, I don't have a lot of opportunity to like thwart that much away with. Like I'm clearly lacking any thwart power in this guy. I mean, 1 thwart. So probably is better to consider like a justice with him, something that's got cheap thwarting and threat control. Although Beat Cop is certainly not cheap. Other than that, I mean, I don't think Hawkeye wants protection. He's far too squishy to want to play protection. Gonna go with the Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Wonder Man seems really strong.
I'm not sure he's gonna make the cut, but like we'll see. I'm all in on this Captain Marvel. She's so sweet.
Yeah. You didn't get a player last game.
I did not. The turn that I was going to play her, I got ruined by the discard a card. It was very
I think
bad.
that particular set of weapons just has to go away. Like when these weapons come out, like it's just forcing the next player's active turn to spend time removing.
Yeah, it's
those
awkward.
Because I think everything else about them is really, really bad.
I agree. Like,
and it makes Crossbones, who sort of feels a little innocuous, all of a sudden become like it's kind of scary.
These are all Avengers, right? You're an Avenger, you're an Avenger, you're an Avenger on one side. Okay.
I think if you're going to go Avengers Assemble, don't you have to play powers?
Not necessarily. I'm not sure that I'm actually going to play this card. I'm just trying to get to enough guys that I can play strength in numbers. All right, I'm going to play this bad Hawkeye. I can play this Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, because it's not... it was actually in the base Hawkeye set.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's a different name. It's not Clint Barton Hawkeye. It's...
Yeah.
At least that's my understanding of the unique names. If we're wrong on that, clearly somebody can tell me. So that would be rules reference names, probably. No. Card. Character 4. Let's try that. Unique, maybe? Keywords, page 10. See, we didn't even play the dying right because you were supposed to get the any engaged minions.
I thought that probably was the case. I mean, I lost the following turn anyway before it would have ever mattered.
Right.
So I have to play these.
So what's interesting is,
oh hell, I'm missing something here. I think I put my.
It says each unique card by title. Okay, so unique card by title. So this is the title. If two identities share the same title but each has a different alter ego, they may coexist in play. If a hero and a unique ally share the same title but the alter ego and the subtitle are different, they may coexist in deck building and in play. So yes, you can play Hawkeye.
Okay.
Cool. That's a tricky sort of.
That's how Versus was. Remember?
I assume that's the way it would be, but I just I didn't want to make an assumption and then be wrong, because have somebody would be like, you guys got that wrong, and I'd be like, crap. So we really are trying to improve our gameplay and eliminate procedural mistakes. You ready to see what Crossbone gets for a starting weapon?
Sure.
All right, he is getting a power gauntlet, of course. Okay, so that's a mental and a physical to get rid of it. You just need to have me do this more.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to play these crappy 15 cards. Like, I'm just looking here trying to make cuts and getting got.
You ready to? I'm mulliganing 3.
Okay, I will need to shuffle here.
Okay. Oh man. Hopefully we'll get him this time.
I hope so.
What's gonna stink is my arrows are gonna end up. A lot of my arrows, 5 of my essentially 15, starting 15 are gonna be in the bin. Turn 1. That seems bad. I was really hoping for a little better mulligan there.
Okay, let's try this.
All right.
6 cards for me.
You get started.
I'm gonna mulligan 3.
Okay.
Okay. is a little awkward. Whoops. Alright. I'm going to discard these 4 cards to play Mansion.
Okay.
I use Mansion.
Sounds good.
I'm playing Espionage. Okay. I'm going to look at the top of this. It has 1 boost icon.
Okay.
Flip. And I guess attack.
Okay, for 1?
Yep.
20. So he had 24, so he goes to 23. Okay. All right.
I guess I better set my life.
Drop those 2 to play Enhanced Physique. Drop these 2 and 1.
You gotta flip before you can use the Advanced Physique.
Oh yeah, thank you. Well, that really screws things up.
Why?
Because I can't get my bow if I do that.
Why don't you get your bow and then do the things you're gonna do?
Because I don't have enough resources to get my bow?
That can't be true.
Okay, so...
Because you're gonna have the same number of cards in hand.
Right. So what was gonna happen was the card I was gonna play has a resource on it. I can then use this to get the bow where no cards in hand.
So start with the Quinn Carrier.
So I've paid 2 for... let's see, because I'm only going to pay 2, 3, play the Quinn Carrier, spend the Quinn Carrier. See, this is fundamentally the issue. I guess I don't have to flip and attack this turn, so it does the same thing. The order matters here. Get the Hawkeye's bow.
Right, you have an awkward turn.
Well...
Because you don't get to spend the...
Well, I can spend the bow and spend this to play Enhanced Physique. I just don't get to use the Physique.
Oh, and then next turn you get the bow back again.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now I can flip and attack, but then I have to take next turn off.
Why?
Because if I attack here...
I mean, just... Like, you can just stay in Alter Ego mode. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'll do. Okay, so that's the turn. Okay, so... he gets 2. Oh, we got to draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so starting with you, he attacks. You're going to have to discard a card. Attacks for 1, attacks for 2.
Okay, I'm going to take it.
Okay, sorry, this gets 2 on it.
And I'm going to discard a card.
Okay. Okay, so he's scheming me for 1.
For 2.
2 goes to 4.
Whoops, too many. I have a Madam Hydra.
Okay. I have a Heart of Nails. Give the villain a tough status card if you cannot heal 3 damage from him instead. So he gets a tough status card. Okay. Alright. Then pass the first player token. Alright.
Man, that discard thing is so brutal.
You want me to get rid of it?
If you can.
Well, I can, yeah. So I'll make the...
You got flip before you can use the Physique.
It's true. So, hold on. I got to get the bow back first. So, just drop a cable arrow for the bow. And remove the power thingy-majigger. Thanks. Order of operations. So, power gauntlet's gone. All right. 1, 2, 3, play Helicarrier. Exhaust the Helicarrier, play Yarnborn.
Okay.
I should do it this way though. Just get rid of Valkyrie, so I get the bow. Play the bow. Let's hit Hydra for 3 for you. Because I don't have the Pierce right now. That's my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna draw with the mansion.
Somebody's gonna have to thwart here. Otherwise he's gonna break and get another weapon.
I'm not sure that I can stop that from happening.
Okay.
I can try. Yeah, I'm gonna play Helicarrier.
Okay.
Off of these 3.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna play Inconspicuous, which removes 3.
Okay.
Triggers her once.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll thwart the last one. Or is attacking. Do you have any like source of 1 damage? It seems like it seems like a waste to attack this for 2 if we're going to use another action, unless you have something that like does 1-on-1 or something.
I have like explosive arrows that deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engage with that
Right,
player.
but that does 3, so that'll lethal it. I'm going to thwart. That seems better.
Okay, so you're going to take that last one off?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So...
And then, do I want to flip so I don't get attacked? Then this will also...
scheme for whatever the force response is too, right? Which is...
It puts stuff on her side scheme. It doesn't do anything right now.
Right.
But that's... Because I can't flip, or else it'll break almost for sure.
Okay, so...
Because it's going to get 2, she'll add 2, and then he would thwart for a 1 plus a boost card.
Right.
Or scheme
Seems really likely he'll break it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll just hope I don't die.
Okay.
So he attacks you.
Yep. Attacks me for...
Well, I guess we get to do this.
Yeah. I get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These stand. Alright, so he gets 2 on the scheme. Then he attacks me for 1, 2. I'll take the 2, obviously. Just go to 7. Then he's attacking you for 1 plus the boost.
I'll block.
So 2, so no damage.
Okay.
She attacks for 2. That wasn't too bad.
No. That's okay.
Oh, we got minion cards. Weapons Master. The villain attacks you if they have a weapon attachment. This card gains surge, so it doesn't. So
just attacks you.
Just attack me for 1. I'm not. Do I want to exhaust here? No, I don't want to exhaust.
So just 1, but he gets a tough card or heal him 3.
Okay, so he just heals back up to 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Your encounter card?
I get a soldier.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
I get this guy now?
No, I moved it to me. It's my turn.
Okay.
That was you first.
Okay.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play Nick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mode of Do you have an explosive arrow?
I do not.
Okay. Man, it'd be so good right now.
I agree. If I had one, dude, I'd be like, don't worry about them. Just go do your thing, man. But I've got one in the bin, so there's one left in the deck.
Motive for this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to play self-propelled.
Okay.
To untap. Nick is going to attack Hydra.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack Hydra.
Okay. Sounds good.
I guess that was okay. Go ahead.
All right.
Or do I want to flip? I don't want to flip because I don't want to get...
1, 2...
You got that piercing arrow?
I don't. I wish. I don't have a good attack this turn, so I'm going to have to play another setup turn. But I do get an Avengers Mansion on the field, so like I have all of the...
What else did you spend?
I had spent 3, and then this reduces it to 3, 1, 2, and then I got to spend one more card, which is the Sentry. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, thank you. Okay. Awkward. I'm gonna end up with one card, like I can't play. Like I'm gonna be like one card off again here.
Well, you have a Yarnborn to ditch stuff too.
That's true.
So your one card can become a shock.
That's true.
If it's a melee.
It's a wild, so it can become a melee. How's that? So we'll play a Mockingbird and stun him.
Okay.
Let's attack for 1, remove the tough.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hit him for 3. Discard the Expert Marksman to do 2 more, so we hit for 5.
19.
And that's my turn. Should I flip here?
No.
No.
You definitely want to stay in hero mode.
Yeah.
That thing breaks so fast.
Yep, I agree. Okay. All right, draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that will help. Okay, so he's stunned. He's going
to try to attack me. He gets be stunned.
Oh, I got to put 2 on this thing first. Hold on. So he goes to 4. So loses the stun. He'll try to attack me.
I'll block for you because I have a Nick Fury.
Okay, so he hits for 3.
A million kills the Fury.
Yep. Okay, so then you get an encounter card.
In sight 1, when this is revealed, place 1 threat on the scheme.
Okay, which is going to not break it yet.
Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you find a weapon.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There it is.
Is that a weapon?
Yep.
No, it's
nope, it's
armor.
Wow.
No.
There's a weapon. Okay. Hydra Sidearm. Touch the villain. When this villain attacks, the attack gains range, which means it can't be retaliated against. He has mental and physical resource to discard the card.
And +1 attack.
+1 attack. And then I get this when revealed the villain's scheme. So he's going to scheme for 1.
Boo!
2. So he's going to break the scheme. Can't do anything about that.
Nope.
All right, so he gets also an exosuit, which is +1/+1. That's the one that requires all 3 to get rid of it.
I can't even do that.
Don't have it, all 3?
I don't have all 3.
Okay, I probably do, so we'll see what I can do for us. Okay.
Well, now it is your turn.
Yep. All right, so...
I guess I have a mansion, so maybe I can do it, but...
Let's exhaust the mansion, draw a card. So this would not work. So this is a melee. That would be... Okay. Okay. So we'll get rid of one melee. We'll do the mental and then the energy to get rid of the exosuit.
Okay.
Okay. Let's reduce the cost of the next card by 1. Play endurance. Go up to 9. I'm not making the same mistakes again and again of not playing endurance when it's in hand. Let's play this. It's a waste, but I guess it doesn't matter. Play Hawkeye's Quiver. Exhaust the quiver. Search for an arrow card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And attach it face up to this card. Let's attach an explosive arrow face up. These cards go back on top. Seems really good. Play Power of Aggression. Play Piercing Strike. Do 3 damage to him, taking him to 16. Might as well throw one away. She's just as good as thwarting as attacking. Hit for 3. Go to 13.
Yeah.
I don't have the resource to get an extra 2 out of the Yarnborn this turn, but that's okay.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay.
I
feel like I'm definitely more set up than last game.
Play a Squirrel Girl.
Okay. He'll take 1.
Play a Wonder Man.
Okay.
Oh, and she gets +1/+1 for the leadership card. Play a Strength in Numbers. Draw 2.
Okay.
Interesting. Play an Espionage.
Okay.
And
so does she get pluses for each different aspect card you play? Is that how that works? I got you.
Yeah, that's why playing the 2 aspects is slightly better.
Right.
It would be insane if she just got one for everything. Like,
yeah. Oh god, she'd be super powerful. That card can go aside. I'm not gonna be using that.
I'm gonna attack him. I think. Well, maybe I should thwart. I'm gonna thwart him and then I'm gonna flip. So let's thwart him.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna flip.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this. It has 1 boost icon.
Okay.
And
I'm just gonna let Mockingbird tank my attack anyway, so
I'm gonna be done.
Okay. So we stand. And then I get my cards for hand first. 1, 2.
Oh yes. Now it is time to do some things.
4, 5. That's cool. I'm down for that, man.
I hope we need to hit a surge card so I can just like draw 4 extra cards to start next turn. But
all right, so he's going to attack me.
Remember, this has 1 boost. I don't know if that matters.
Do I want Mockingbird just to tank it?
I don't know. Do you?
Might as well.
It's going to attack for 3. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine.
She'll tank it. It's like we knew what was coming.
Yep.
Thanks, Mockingbird.
And then he's going to scheme.
Yep.
For 2.
Okay.
Oh, and it should also have 2 on it already.
Let's go to 4. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So I get a Hydrojet Trooper with Quick Strike, so I'm going to take 2. I'm not going to defend that.
I might block it with Wonder Man. So you won't die from it.
It's up to you.
How much life do you have?
I have 9.
Oh, then you can take 2.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I'm really in danger right now.
And I have the machine gun.
Okay, so I guess to a certain degree, we now want to flip him because he's already got the machine gun, so we don't want him to reset status by pulling it out of the discard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
All right, let's draw a card with the mansion. I'm gonna look at the top of this.
Okay.
It has no boost icons. And it is a villain's attacks or surge.
Okay.
One, if one of us shuffles, it'll get dealt to us. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. So flip her. I'm gonna play Captain Marvel off 2 doubles like a dream.
Okay.
God, Captain Marvel, you're so sweet.
What should do?
When she uses a basic power, you draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Do 2 to him.
And she's considered an aspect or no? No,
What?
she's not.
She's
I
what?
didn't know she was also considered an aspect card. Like some of your other
No.
baseline hero cards are aspect cards. So
No, she is not.
Okay.
I will draw a card from her ability.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Inspiring Presence and untap her.
Okay.
And heal her. And I'm gonna attack.
For 2
And
again.
I'm gonna draw a card. And should I be thwarting? Gonna get to 12. I'm gonna try to kill him. Okay, so I'm gonna play Inspiring Presence again.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna draw a card.
Go to 6. Just FYI, if you leave him at 6, I can just take him.
Okay, so maybe I'll thwart with her the other times. I'm going to. I'm currently at max allies. So let's play Pheromones, which is stun and confuse him.
Okay.
Trigger Spider-Woman ability. And then
So you stunned who?
stun and confuse Crossbones.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at what I had going on.
Yeah, you're good. Let's attack your Jet Trooper.
Okay.
Because I have some extra cards in hand.
Okay.
Let's thwart with Squirrel Roll.
Okay.
This should have a consequential on it also. And then let's thwart with Jessica for 2.
For 2? That takes it to 1.
That's all.
Okay. All right.
So I am going to shuffle. So I'm going to get a card that says, if I'm in this mode, he attacks me, or if I'm going to flip.
You
Did
just
I
wanted
flip?
to scheme. I don't know if you flipped or not.
I have
no
no
idea.
No, I did. Okay,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
fine. No, it's if you're an alter ego,
Well, you can just have Squirrel Girl tank the attack, right? Well, he's stunned anyway, so he's not going to attack anyways.
he's not going to attack the first time.
Right.
This card I'm going to get dealt is alter ego mode Surge, which
Sure.
I want because of the espionages.
Okay.
That's why I was thinking about it, but I flip back.
I'm going to grab the Hawkeye's Quiver first.
Do you have to exhaust to put the cards in your hand, or can you just play them from there?
I have to exhaust the bow. I have to play just like normal. Okay, so didn't hit any of that.
But they're just like in your hand, kind of, on the table.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. Okay, so... And it says... I think I have to keep the events in the same order. Just says attached to this face up. I don't know if I get to shuffle these cards.
Let me see.
If I get to reorder them. It just says if I find an arrow, which I didn't find. It doesn't tell me what to do with the other cards.
That's interesting. I don't know.
All right.
I feel like you probably shuffle because
Otherwise, I could just stack my deck for Avengers Mansion.
Well, I mean that's not bad either. It just most of the things in this game that say search like require you to shuffle, but I'm not sure. Upon completion of any ability that searches an entire deck, shuffle the deck.
Yeah, this doesn't search the entire deck.
Huh.
I'm just going to put them back in the order they were there. How's that?
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
That's interesting that it doesn't specify.
Well, I mean, we should just still draw the top card, even though I know it's not great for me, but it's still, like...
You should still draw it.
Draw it, because it's a resource, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I should have tried to kill this.
Let's reduce the next card we play by 1, spend 1 for... And then spend 2 for Vibranium Arrow, which will deal 6, which will knock him over.
Okay.
So the knockover goes when Crossbones has a weapon attachment against piercing. Search the encounter discard pile for Crossbones machine gun attached to the Crossbones. So his machine gun's attached already, so we don't get double activations of that.
How many does he have? 28.
28.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2.
So one of the comments we got on my Strange video last time, which I did make many mistakes, and I apologize for that, was that I didn't shuffle when using the his house. I can't remember what it's called. But I didn't put anything back. So I'm also not shuffling this time on purpose to save time, because technically we should shuffle this pile after having searched for the machine gun, but since we didn't, it should have no effect on the game, and
Right.
we'll save time this way.
Man, I really want to play this card, but I don't have the resources to play it.
What don't you have research? It costs 4?
Well, if I have, like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. This is fine. Whatever. So let's spend these two for martial prowess.
Was he supposed to gun you down last turn?
No,
Because he attacked the...
he attacked the
I think we missed a machine gun trigger. Here, let's machine gun you now.
Okay.
So 0.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
It's not exactly correct, but it's close.
I don't have the ability to play the arrows for cheap right now, unfortunately, because they're in this pile. So
yeah.
Let's just smack him for 3. Take him to 25.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to flip Neil. Not because I necessarily want to heal, but I want a bigger hand.
Yeah, I think that's fine in this situation.
Okay.
I mean, he's going to take no turns next turn because of the pheromones.
Right. That was also, like, it just maximizes the villain's, like, status effects. So we get 2 over here, taking the Infinity Stone to 3. We stand up. I draw. I want to keep that card in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I shuffle and get an encounter card. I think we're in a much better place this game.
Obviously, yeah.
Like, we just didn't get ran over.
I should have taken off the Hyder's sidearm last turn. That was dumb of me. I shouldn't have attacked with Wonder Man.
How would you have taken that sidearm off?
Just discard 2 cards from my hand.
I see.
But I attacked with Wonder Man and discarded 1 to him instead.
Yeah. The 3 attack might hurt, but he's not going to attack anyway. So, like, you actually have this turn to do that instead. Okay, so I got 6 cards in hand. Perfect. Okay. All right. So starting with you, right?
Yeah, I get dealt an encounter card.
Okay.
You get dealt an encounter card.
Right, because these
We both
come
shuffled
off.
on our...
Yep, and then we shuffle the villain deck, so he's accelerated now?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
Which we need to be a little wary of because the last one is only 10
Yeah.
to break.
Yeah. It's not... His schemes are pretty fast. And not in a bad way, but okay. So you start with your encounter cards.
Cornered Staff. Hydra is rounding up Pegasus Staff to hold us hostages. When revealed, discard 1 card per player from the top of the encounter deck. Place 1 additional target for each boost icon. So it starts with 3.
Okay.
And then it's going to get an additional 5.
So it goes to 8.
Yep.
And that's a crisis.
Yep.
Okay.
My second one is a Hydra Bomber.
Okay.
And I'll just take the damage from the Hydra Bomber.
Because
when he comes into play, you choose to put a thing on or to take damage.
So Legions of Hydra, so I get a Madam Hydra. That's not good.
Not with the 8-thing crisis.
No.
It's got out of hand real fast.
And then I get a Hydra Jet Trooper with Quick Strike, but does it attack me if I'm in Alter Ego? Does Quick Strike attack in Alter Ego?
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. But maybe. Keywords. It immediately attacks the player if they're in hero form, so no.
Okay.
Okay. Well, good thing I have an explosive arrow on tap, huh?
We gotta get the threat off the legions before we can do any damage to Hydra.
Yeah, that's.
Which means that we have to thwart for 11 because we can't thwart off the legions until we thwart off the crisis.
That's true. We might be in trouble. Okay. So, am I starting?
It's your turn.
Okay. I need to be in this mode for anything. I do not believe I need to be, so we're going to flip here. I mean, I can still kill the Hydra Jet Trooper if I wanted to.
Yes. That is true. And you can still damage Crossbones. If you think we can really rush him down, you can try ignoring the Madam Hydra.
That seems like not a good plan. Let's draw a card.
I don't know. I have a bunch of damage on the table and a 5 damage thing in hand.
Let's see what we get here.
Got to do 25.
Okay. I'm going to put a cable arrow in there. Remove 3 threat, ignoring any crisis in play.
Well, that's very useful, and you should probably do it.
You think? This is an attack, so I will...
That's an attack?
This is a... Oh, no, it's hero action thwart. Sorry.
Okay.
So I can't use that. We'll just use the Quinn Carrier to pay for the cable arrow. Exhaust the bow, move 3 from the Legions of Hydra.
Okay.
That way it's gone. Madam Hydra is now exposed.
Yeah, where's your explosive arrow?
It's in right here in my bin. I'm going to use it right now. Right now.
You got to tap your Hawkeye to do that, but
yeah.
But I can kill the Madam Hydra then with one of my men.
I'm going to use a strength and a piercing strike to do 3 damage to Madam Hydra.
Oh, or you can do that. That's fine too.
I got this, man. Just let me work her out. Okay, reduce this cost by... Actually, that's an attack, so I should just do this and keep my strength.
Well, you still have to pay 2 for it.
Well, I'm using the helicarrier,
okay.
So that way I keep my strength. Let's now spend the strength for enhanced physique. Okay, so let's exhaust the Hawkeye, ready the bow. Let's spend a Nick Fury, because I can't use it, to play the explosive arrow, which will deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with me. Bye, Hydra Jet Trooper. Oh, wait, back up. Not yet. I gotta do this in the right order. There's a reason why I did it this way. So Fury's back in hand. Mockingbird, Electric Arrow out for a Hall of Heroes.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna do it. So drop the Fury, remove the explosive arrow. kill all of this. In response to each one of those, I'll spend 1 because I can't do it both and do 2 damage to Crossbones as well. So I get 2 counters on the Hall. Okay. Sorry, that was a little more complex than I intended it to be, but it is what it is. Do I have to discard this when I do that? Nope, just exhaust it. God, that's such a great card.
What?
Martial Prowess.
Oh, yeah, card's very good.
Yep. Okay. Your turn.
All right, draw a card.
Yep.
Attack Bomber with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Yep.
Play Containment Immunity.
Okay.
Which is heal 3 and get a tough.
Okay.
You're tough. I'm so tough. Unfortunately, it has piercing on everything, but what are you gonna do? Let's Helicarrier and Inspiring Presence on the Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Do we think we're just gonna kill him, like in 1 turn?
I don't think we're gonna kill him in 1 turn. I mean, I don't know what my top 5 cards are gonna look like.
I'm just gonna ignore the crisis thing and attack him. Draw a card.
Okay.
So do 2 to him.
Goes to 18.
I'm gonna play Strengthen Numbers for 2. Oh, this should be on 2 now because I played a green and a blue.
Okay.
Let's use a Genius to play a Finesse.
Okay.
Let's use a Finesse and another Finesse to Venom Blast him for 5.
Goes to 13.
That'll bring her up to 4. Then I will attack for 4.
Goes to 9.
Play an apartment.
Okay.
Flip.
Okay.
Look at the top of this. It has 3 boost icons.
That's not good.
I
guess you can have Squirrel Girl tank the attack.
Yeah, I can jump with somebody. I'm gonna use the.
Okay.
Look at the top 5 and get a. I guess I'll get a make the call.
Okay.
No. I'll get a rapid response.
That seems pretty good.
Yep.
So you shuffle your whole deck on that one?
Yep.
Isn't that interesting how mine doesn't have that terminology on the
like this one literally says shuffle your deck. Yeah,
after
it's weird.
looking at the top 5, like
that's weird,
isn't it? I wonder if it's a miss on the quiver. We'll have to look. I'll have to look at the
we just need
FAQ
FAQ to see if they like
heroes and
what
see.
it intends to do.
Right.
And then I'm done.
Okay.
I suppose.
So we stand.
I'm gonna. Oh, I looked at that already. So that's 3. I'm gonna drop to 6.
Okay. All right. So draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So he gets 2 on here. Goes to 5. Goes to 6 because he's got an acceleration token.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with me, he attacks, and we know this is going to be a 6. So
it's gonna be a huge attack. I'll trump it with something. I guess Squirrel Girl will block.
Squirrel Girl will take all 6.
But he does shoot you.
Yep, and so he shoots me for 2. I go to 5. Now,
Why?
Sorry, I'm just I'm sending him over there.
You're Georging him.
You George him. So he's scheming you for 2.
Seems that way.
For 0.
For 2. 2 total.
So going to 8. I think we have a chance to wipe him out here. So, encounter card for me, encounter card for you. My encounter card is a Hydra Soldier with Guard, of course. And yours is...
Power Gauntlets.
Okay.
This is the discard thing.
Okay.
So it doesn't actually do anything if we just kill him now.
Right. I have to get through the Hydra Soldier to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm going first, and what do we have to do, 9?
Yeah.
9 doesn't seem like very many.
Okay, go ahead. Kill Crossbones, because he's got the Power Gauntlets now again.
I guess I'm going to look at the top of this. There's one boost icon that says Hydra Soldier. Let's use the apartment.
Okay.
I'll get an Inspiring Presence.
Cool.
These untaps on Captain Marvel are insane, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, just nutso. I was like trying to fit in 3 get readies too, and I should have, because
it's just out of this world.
Right, it's crazy.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw a mansion. I'm gonna flip. I'm going to play a, because like I'm just gonna attack him like 6 times with this guy. Use the Helicarrier and the Finesse to play a rapid response, triggering her.
Okay.
Attack with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Dead.
So it takes 2. Goes
Rapid
to 7.
response.
Comes back with 1 on her. Yep.
Draw from the Captain Marvel ability.
She still has 1 on her from the...
No, she died from it, and then in rapid response, put her back in play.
Doesn't rapid response and come back in with 1 damage counter?
Okay, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess it's not quite as good as I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure rapid response still leaves a damage counter on Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel attack.
Okay.
Draw a card.
Goes to 5.
Play Inspiring Presence. Untap heal. Attack, draw a card.
Goes to 3, and then you can just attack with Wonder Man to finish it.
Yeah, I actually could have attacked with her twice more, but I'll attack with Wonder Man.
Okay. So you got discard a card.
All right.
There we go.
God, this is so good.
Yeah.
This is insane.
This card's really good too.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like the same as like it's like his version of this or the
right.
Sanctum
Except it happens on the
Sanctorum.
hero side, which is kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of them have. It's like Captain Marvel's is like loot, but if you're alter ego, you loot and draw 2.
Right.
So it's actually a +1.
So we're gonna check out this Hall of Heroes really quick because I want to see.
Not Hall of Heroes, Quiver, right?
Yeah, but Hall of Heroes has all of the FAQs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like looking up the card Hall of Heroes, and I'm like, I know what that does.
No. Menu. Rulings. Let's see, Hawkeye. But it says here, for Hawkeye's Quiver, you are supposed to shuffle the top 5 cards of your deck into your deck. No, this language will become more common. You look at the top 5 cards, pick the one you need, then put them back in the same order.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Like, fine. So we played it correctly. I'm beginning to wonder if this card's just too slow. It seems
Hall of
like
Heroes?
it seems like it's really good in your opening, but like if you don't if you don't have that, like
it's a card that I don't auto include, right? Like
okay.
It is a card that I would play against Ultron every single time.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a card that I would play against this, I think, like because there were a lot of minions.
Right. So we each get to pick a tech upgrade now.
Ooh.
To add to our deck for scenario 2 next week.
Right, but we can rebuild the deck also.
Correct, but you have to pick your upgrade now.
Right.
Wow. This tactical scanner says discard this card and remove it from the campaign log. Draw 5 cards.
That's funny.
Seems pretty solid.
Only once though.
Well, these are all just ones. So
oh, it's removed from. They're all like removed from the campaign.
All removed from the campaign. So, although this is a permanent, if it's a permanent setup? I'm assuming the setup card means that you start in play with it.
I have no idea.
This one is improved defense unit. It says this is a condition that lasts permanent. These are permanents. It says permanent setup. You get +3 hit points. Your hero gets +1 defense. Hero response after you defend against attack. Exhaust this card. Draw 1 card. This one is +4 hit points. Your alter ego gets +1 recovery. After you use recovery, exhaust this card. Draw 1 card. Okay. This one is +1 hit point. Hero gets +1 attack. After you defeat a minion, exhaust this card. Draw 1 card. Those all seem really good. This is +2 hit points, +1 thwart. After you defeat a side scheme, exhaust this card. Draw 1 card. That's okay. And then there's like the laser cannon, which is setup. Hero action, discard this card and remove it from the campaign log. Deal 5 damage to the villain and each enemy engaged with you.
Okay. So some of them you get to keep and some of them are one shot.
Right. Like you get one shots for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that really looks like for us, but...
So my estimation of this Hawkeye was wrong. Like... Before, I don't know if we were live on stream when I was talking about it, but everybody seemed to have this card in their pile, and I wasn't sure why. And I didn't realize that she costs 2. So she's just like better than the other random ones you put in your pile because she's so cheap.
Right.
Because you can still tap her to strengthen numbers. That's like the only thing that matters.
All right, so there's a little comic that goes with this that says, as the dust settles at Project Pegasus, give up Crossbones, the game is over. And Crossbones says, you fools, I never wanted the tech. I just needed to give Madam Hydra time to make off with the stone. And now I'm here to cover her escape. And that is Absorbing Man saying that.
Absorbing Man?
Yep.
That's a Hulk villain.
Yeah, well, we've got Absorbing Man next, so... everything else we'll keep secret until next week, obviously, because we are 10 minutes away
from... Just about time.
10 minutes away. Do we want to talk about thoughts on
I'll tell you what, this card is insane.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, actually crazy good.
Yeah. I would agree that
her text, okay. One time I got her to be a 4/4/4.
Right.
An attack. That was like kind of neat, but
I think so. I like Hawkeye as an aggressor. He's pretty costly. I know it doesn't seem like that, but I don't think he has any 0 cost in his base pile.
Besides bow.
Right. So, like, the quiver is 1, vibranium arrows 2, so expert marksman is 1, explosive arrows 1. The marksmans are cool because I think if you can get double marksman down, then you can basically play all his arrows at no cost from hand, which is kind of what you want to be trying for, I think. But, boy, that's hard to do. I think a lot of his arrows are situational.
Right. The only reason I would say that like you don't need to play aggression is because all his arrows are like attacks, right? Like
yeah,
and you just don't need to put attacks in your pile.
I agree. I think he would be better off having some justice to handle thwarting, like because it seems to be clearly his weakness. Like I think next week I'll be trying to come back with a justice version of Hawkeye for scenario 2, because I think that like all of these abilities, like all of them, are all just fine for dealing with like health points on a villain. Like I did not I don't think I really used 2 aggression attacks that whole game.
Right, like you use a piercing strike or whatever. But that, that's what I've been saying for weeks on these new hero packs is like the cards that are in the 15, your events are better or the same as or better than like the random events that are in the aspects that don't do something unique.
Right.
So like that's why I've been leaning so heavily on basics, because I just want resources. Like the cards you're going to play, you have the adequate amount of already in your pile.
Right.
And so like if I'm going to build Spider-Woman again for next week, like I'm just going to dig into this Captain Marvel idea because she's so powerful. And like I'm not going to play the full leadership suite. I'm just going to play the untaps and resources.
Gotcha.
Because
so specifically, these conditions I was reading off, we can't use yet. These setup cards, we can only pick a tech upgrade for next week. So we should pick that. I have to log it on the campaign log for what each player is getting.
So it's heal 5, draw 5. Search for an ally.
Mm-hmm.
And deal 5. Oh, deal 5 to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I want the draw 5, but I think I'm going to take the search for an ally one.
Okay, so that's which one is
Emergency teleporter.
Okay.
Just because I want to use it to search for my Captain Marvel.
That makes sense.
Then it's like a draw 5, right? Like
it definitely is, right? So you're going to do the emergency teleporter in your deck. Yeah. Okay, so for me, I think I probably will take the tactical scanner.
So it says setup. Does that mean it gets shuffled in the pile, or it starts in play?
It starts in play. Okay.
But you don't have to use it, right?
No, no, it's just another card in your arsenal. It's a permanent on your board until you use it. So if you save it, and we don't use it in the next scenario.
But you could use it multiple times in the same scenario. Because it just says discard this and root from the campaign log. So like you discard, you put it in your discard pile, you shuffle, draw it again, and play it.
I don't think so. Oh, it does have, these have backs, so yes, these could go into.
So if like the draw 5 goes infinite so many ways.
Right.
That's actually stupid. Like these should remove themselves from the game. I don't know if that's what they do or not.
I don't know if they do or don't. So
but like 0 draw 5 is infinite, like off the top of my head, just like if you get your deck down to Haymaker, double resource, this, plus any 2 cards, you kill them. Used infinite Haymakers.
Okay.
Like
so these were the experimental attachments. These 2 experimental attachments didn't make it into the game. So these stay. The other experimental attachments stay in as we move forward. So
neat.
So experimental weapons added to attack were power gauntlets. And then there was another one, right?
Well, it probably got shuffled in.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It is not. Well, let's see. How do I know? Oh, it says at the bottom.
Yeah.
I do not have any of the discard pile.
It was Exosuit.
Okay.
So 2 of them got shuffled in on us today. I'm guessing by the end they're all in there. All right. Cool. So the rest we'll keep secret until next week. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Like I think it's cool because it feels a little bit more involved and engaged than just like random.
Well, having the like victory cards to add to your deck is like cool, right? Like
yeah.
You know, that's about the only thing that sets us apart from another regular scenario. Other than like I guess shuffling the weapons into the future scenarios that we just talked about. Because you know other games like this, like the Pathfinder card game or whatever, you like change your deck all the time. Like you just get cards that you're available to shop from.
Right.
And that kind of feels like this a little bit.
Yeah. I like this addition. I like this addition to the villain deck as well. Just knowing that like some number of experimental weapons are going to make it into the default pile as we move forward with Absorbing Man next week. I'm excited to try to fight him. I don't know anything about him. We're not looking ahead, so
right.
Like I won't even sleeve him until next week so that I don't accidentally see something he does or how he does it. Trying to keep things very under wraps. Crossbones was surprisingly difficult.
He was less difficult the second time around once I like realized what he actually did.
Sure.
But normally at least when I have played the other scenarios where the dude gets equipped with something, I kind of just like ignore it. But these are so good that you kind of can't.
You can't. I don't think you can.
This discard thing just wrecked me on 3 occasions. Like just the one card, like just totally.
Yep. But I think next week I will be playing Hawkeye with Justice instead of with Aggression. I will spend some time on my Justice version of the deck. I think Beat Cop is just too good.
The card's really good.
And in this scenario, it would have been just insane, right? Like being able...
It would have been okay. It's good in the slower scenarios, right? And this one didn't add a lot of additional threat besides just the normal threat it added every turn because the thresholds were so low.
Right.
So yeah, I think it would have been good here. But once you start adding beat cops to your deck, you have to be like very cognizant of your resources because you don't want your beat cop to be your whole turn. That's not very impactful.
No.
You want to like have some setup.
And as we were talking about before, like Hawkeye just doesn't have... Like Hawkeye is the first hero I've seen where he doesn't have the built-in resource cards. And I don't think Spider-Woman does either, right? Like
no, I mean like all the heroes have had a pseudo resource like the what is it called? Yeah, that
Marksman?
thing.
Yeah.
Only a couple of heroes have actual resource cards. Like Hulk and Captain Marvel and Black Panther are the only ones I think that have literal resource cards. Because Black Panther has a Vibranium that's 2. Hulk has
I'm trying to remember if Captain America does.
I don't think so.
Thor definitely doesn't.
Right. I think it's just those 3. I think it's just
so,
and they, like I said, all the decks have something like this.
Yeah.
It's just those 3 have the actual resource cards.
Yeah, I think end of the day, like for me, like Aggression is just still too one-dimensional. Like it's, and I thought, okay, well, Aggression's one-dimensional, but things like Sonic Arrows and things like the Cable Arrow and, you know, those kinds of cards would like make up the difference of not having a bunch of thwart cards in my deck. But like they just didn't. And Hawkeye's always going to have 3 attacks, so he's always going to be...
He always wants to attack, and he has 1 thwart, so he doesn't want to thwart. Like,
right.
If you had 2 thwart, like he would think about thwarting sometimes, but he...
But because it's a 3-to-1 difference, like you just don't. You just say, screw it, I'm not going to. So from that perspective, I think going forward, like obviously Aggression is just not probably the best aspect. Like it's just sort of doubling down on what he already does well. And so I'll move the whole conditional plan over to Justice.
Right, because you still just get to like shoot the same arrows that you shot last game.
Correct.
To do damage.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
So it will make no difference. And other than the Yarnborn and the Hall of Heroes, there's really not much else in the Aggression suite that I was doing that was super great.
Right, like Martial Prowess is a good card.
Right. And the fact that Prowess can be used with his arrows is good, but there's the actual allies in Justice or in Aggression are also sort of just not enough.
I think the allies are about the only thing that draws me to Aggression anymore. The Aggression cards that I only ever think about are Hall of Heroes, Yarnborn, 1 Martial Prowess in some decks, and then like the Sentry seems really good.
Yeah. I think the Piercing Strike might be really good.
I'm still a fan of the Hulk.
Like I think Piercing Strike's a good card.
Piercing Strike is a card that you can consider if you know you're playing against Rhino or Wreckers or whatever that get a lot of tough statuses.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if, you know, what we're going to see in the future of this campaign will be that way.
Yeah.
I'll be curious. Like, I think one of the challenges we can do maybe later on down the road is after we've played this enough times is sort of go on okay, well, we're going to pick one hero, one aspect, and we have to stick with that deck through the entire campaign. I think that's doable, but I was really surprised how difficult just regular Crossbones was. I think that's
he's like, I don't know, he's like at least as hard as I can't think of the Claw.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think he's quite as hard as the Green Goblin ones or
well,
Voltron.
The Criminal Enterprise one from Green Goblin is not good, but the Mutagen Formula one is obviously. I'd like to play Mutagen Formula again. Last time we played it was in a 3-player game. It took us like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I think that was just because there's so much going on that you have to like read every card and see how it interacts and sort of figure it out. But yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to play next week again with you, and I'm excited to see if we can get through Absorbing Man next week.
Yep.
So
we're a little bit over time.
Yep.
It's been a good stream though. We got 2 games in this week.
Yeah.
Well, one loss and one.
But I think yeah. I mean, who knows what will happen next week? So we'll see.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, I appreciate everybody joining us on stream that did join us. For those of you watching video on demand, let us know if you see anything that we did wrong. We definitely like that feedback. It helps us pay attention to our gameplay and make sure that we're not making the same mistakes over and over again. Otherwise, Neil and I will be back next week with Scenario 2 and maybe more if we can get through first time on it. And then we will go from there. We'll just keep playing through the campaign. Thanks so much. Have a good one.